Young PD?
I'm here.
What's up, man?
How's it going?
How's it going? Let's check out your replay. I'm excited. I'll read out the notes here, and then if you have anything to add, feel free, okay?
Okay.
So he said, what to think the problem is: bad or inconsistent decision making, positional errors, inconsistent mechanics. He said, currently you're doing fast aerials, realistic air dribbles. Cool. That's a good training pack. Speed flips. You're trying to gain more knowledge, work on your mech's consistency, be a better teammate. No specific questions. Says you're champ 1?
Yes.
Cool. Let's check out your replay here then. Luke review 2 maybe? PD. Yep, this has got to be you, right? Probably not a coincidence.
That's me.
So you're champ 1, 1077 MMR, it says. Champ 1, 1070 MMR. Mechanics, game sense open to both? Cool.
What was that?
I said, are you open to mechanics or game sense stuff?
Yes. I mean, anything that you think is relevant.
Cool. So we get a 50 here, move off to the side, grab boost, move back. Okay, this is red alert. So after we finish this 50, I think grabbing corner boost is dangerous. So here they're attacking on your teammate. So I see a guy that's YOLO jumping across the field. This is very suspicious. He should be grounded flying at this ball. He's like a swan taking off from so far back, and then he ends up just wheel touching it into the ground one time. Word to the wise, if any of you are watching this, don't take off from your back corner boost for a ball that's across the field. Buddy takes off right here. That ball is across the field, my man. You do not, he could drive and take off here and still hit this ball. Not to mention this ball's moving away from him, so his name is Smurf Killer. I think that's debatable. What I would be doing if you were here, though, is this. He's like telegraphing that he's pre-jumped this ball. I'd be moving to your back corner. So after you finish this play, PD, and you're defending as blue here, and Buddy YOLO jumps from across the field like Michael Jordan, we want to be going pad, get back, watching a shot. And then if you have time, you tail off and you get that corner boost. What we don't do is we don't go upfield for a half boost while our teammate's being attacked on. Does that make sense? Because now we're slow. Like, we're slowly wandering to the mid, and they could be shooting at any point right now. So fine, we get to the mid. This movement out to the side is really confusing to me. So when we finish this touch here, there's nothing in this play that signals to me front flip up this way. I see the play moving to the side wall. So what I'm thinking of you is pad, and get behind the play. Does this make sense? Pad, get behind the play. Because we're blue team. We're attacking on orange. We don't want to be hitting the ball into the side wall. We want to be hitting it most of the time forward or at an angle where we could score. Now, you end up both chasing after this ball, which is neither here nor there. Like, if you were getting behind this, maybe you wouldn't double commit with your teammate, but you see how your attacking angle is just quite confusing to me? See how you're attacking into the wall versus at the net? We want to be back behind the ball here, so if we do get an opportunity, we can line up a shot or a dribble. Generally, like, roughly speaking. Does that basic idea make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. I want you to be moving behind the ball in those positions. And here, this obviously 50's out. You're fine. Just get back. Oh, no, we just kind of panic. So here, you're fine. Your teammate doesn't get a good 50. Now, remember, the only reason we're in this predicament to begin with is you're really close to the play here because you had pushed up so far earlier, right? But even in this position, your positioning isn't terrible. Now, if I'm you, I would ideally be like right here, facing the play. But even so, you're fine here as long as you boost and don't panic. When the ball gets hit over me, what I like to do is try to find a post. So I orient myself around a post. So one, you need to be boosting right now as you speed flip. And what I try to do is I try to find a post. And what that does is it allows my save to be like to the net to be entirely in front of me. Here you're saving the ball from under and you risk kind of not catching up in time. So what I like to do here is I like to get way in front of the play, get to your goal line and then turn and make a save. But you don't, we need more hustle here. Right now, you're just kind of lackadaisically driving. You flip, but you're not using any boost. And now here you start boosting, but it's too late. The ball's over you. So the first instinct here needs to be speed flip all the way back. Go find this post, right? Beeline. See what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. We just need more hustle. You were too close to the play, and then you didn't have enough hustle back. Fixing either one of the things would probably make it so you don't get scored on, to be honest. But teammate misses. We need to grab this corner boost. See, that's the type of hustle I'm looking for. You see that hustle? Just chill here. There's no threat. No threat still. Good 50. Whoa, that's about the worst 50 you could take. You're totally fine here. He makes a really nice wheel touch to recover. We just need to make sure that... Well, let me ask you a question. Where are we trying to send this 50? Where do you think it should go?
Up the wall?
Up the wall. Yeah. And to even simplify, left or right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, sorry, it's a question. Do we want to hit it left or right?
Oh, right now, left towards teammate, probably.
Okay, I can understand why you would think that. I mean, based on your 50. I would suggest to the right. And the reason is because our teammate is facing the right. Even though he's on the left of the ball, he's facing the right. And they have no orange guy supporting on the right. Whereas they have an orange guy that could turn and support on the left. So I'd try to be pushing this ball to the right, not to the left.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. Cool. Great 50. Grab this half boost. Teammate wants it. That's fine. Okay, go back. Here we need to go back ASAP. So when our teammate does take the boost, this is fine. Leave. Now we need to leave and go get corner. Because you're going to be useless in this play with 0 boost. And if you get 12, this 12 is useless, this 12 is useless, you need to go full back. Here you need to get out. Because this, if he comes, you can't turn on this. You can't do anything. Right. This, what you just did here, should have happened 3 seconds ago. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool. So you get the 100 boost. Now here, we jump early. Oh, nice. We have an open. Okay, this is going to bounce up. Careful. Nice. Good read. My man.
We made it happen.
You did. That's not an easy read, by the way. Back corner. Probably take corner boost. Nice. Watch angle. You're fine. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. We were fine, but we just... Our shoelaces got untied on the back wall here. We jumped right there, and then our front wheels popped up instead of our back wheels. See that? Right here, you're about to drive down the wall, and the wall ate your jump. So here you jump. Jump. Your front wheels popped up, but your back wheels didn't. You see that?
Yeah.
So this is actually a mechanic. Some people call it a sonic dash, or there are different names for it. Curve dash. This came out, maybe five years ago. People really started to discover this. It's actually a very useful mech. Like if you get good at it, anytime you're like landing along the wall, you jump here, you pop your wheels, and you get a free wave dash. You see that? So right if we jump on the curve, our front wheels pop, and then we get a nice wave dash. This is called a curve dash. You do it here too. It's a little harder to do on the sidewall. Back wall is actually easier because it's steeper for reasons I won't get into. But the same idea is there. If you jump too early, it'll eat your jump. You see there. But if you jump at the right time, you'll get like a little pop effect. Like I kind of did there. It's the same idea behind a zap dash, if you're familiar with what a zap dash is. But yeah, you have to be careful of jumping low on the wall here. If you jump, it'll pop your front wheels. So what we want to do is we want to get down completely off the wall, and then we can jump. Right. Obviously easier said than done. Like if you're in this position, you don't want the ball to be shot at you, in theory. And then, for your jump to be eaten. Any questions on that curve dash mechanic? This makes sense. So yeah, I keep eating my dash.
No questions. That makes sense.
I don't know why. I need to practice this. I used to be good at this. I have a tutorial on my channel about this. But yeah, clearly I can't do it on the sidewall anymore. I mostly use it on the back wall, but... Cool. Okay, PD. Let's get back ahead, all right? A few minutes in. All right, so we're supporting behind our teammate here. Whoa, they put up 4 goals? When did this happen, PD? What happened, man? I feel like I was just watching here. Okay, so they put up this goal. Okay, so they get this soft touch, and then we... Okay, and then we got a bad 50. I was with you here. Okay, now we're too close. We talked about going for the corner boost. And then they get a goal. Wait, how did they get a goal? Oh, no, you got a goal. Okay, good. That's with you. That's where we left off. All right. Supporting teammate here. Okay, teammate gets fully dunked. Oh, and this is where we ate our jump. Feels bad, man. Jump gets eaten. Donk. And what happened here? Ball goes right. We want to pinch this. Ideally, we want to pinch this. It just goes not like that. The other way. This needs to be a pinch from you forward. When this kickoff happens, it's unfortunate, but this kind of outcome where the ball moves behind your boost is really annoying because you can't go get the boost and the ball. If you go get the boost, you'll concede ball to the other orange player who's supporting here. So what we need to do here is while he's grabbing the boost, we're jumping up and we're pinching this down the field. And what that does is it just stalls time.
Get to it faster like that?
Yep. Say again. You can actually get to it faster. Yes. So you want to pinch this. So what that looks like is you want to throw it over Fortnite God's head, and you can do that a variety of ways. Why are my free play settings all messed up? Give me a second. My free play commands got all bamboozled. Does anybody know why my free play binds are messed up by Bacchus mod? Would anybody be familiar with this? No? Yes, maybe so. Maybe. Quick settings, normal mode, free play. Use Bacchus mod free play bindings over the in-game ones. That was the problem. Okay, there, I had those on. Now I have the in-game bindings on. Okay, yes, my bindings are normal now. So yeah, so this ball rolls up the sidewall. We can use a double jump and just throw it like that. It's at them, right? And this just forces them to turn back. So, you know, the ball rolled off the sidewall on kickoff. You just jump up and you pinch it on that side. That just throws the ball at them and at the very least buys you time to go back and get boost. So I think it was on this side of the field. It looks something like this. You jump, throw the ball at them. Great. He has to go get it and then you can run back and get boost.
Okay.
Or even run to the midfield and get pads. You can also add a flip that makes it a cuxier pinch. So it looks something like that. And that throws the ball at their net. But this is kind of the 201 version. The cuxier pinches. This thing. Right? Just a double jump is valid. We want to throw the ball forward. That way we can chase after it, or at the very least buy our team time. Any questions on this concept?
No, that makes sense.
Yeah. So this is what it can look like in the cuxier pinch variation. And sometimes you'll just get a goal if you do it well. All right, PD. But we get back to here. So you can see how that could have worked now if you pinch it forward. Can you vision that?
Yeah.
You with me?
I've got the vision.
You fuck with the vision? Here you go for an air dribble setup, and that's too slow. He just pinches it in your net. Not ideal. Not optimal. That's fine, though. We'll go next here. Okay, we're going to get some sort of 50 that goes in the air. Half boost here is fine because your teammate has the ball and they just leave open. Nice shot from your teammate. All right. Oh, we're going a little left. Is there a reason you're going left?
No, not particularly.
Okay.
Probably
It's better to just stay in
distraction.
the middle, just so you know.
Okay.
Because it's just like here you're just reducing the probability that you're flexible to all outcomes. You're just covering less of the field by moving to the side. Okay, he's going to hit you the ball here. So we're just pushed up too far again. So here, we want to be behind the play, facing it. Here, there's a lot of question marks. He's like slamming the ball. I don't know where it's going. Here, we want to be back, facing the play. Now, our teammate is not getting out. Your teammate is throwing himself at the ball, and he's got 0 boost, and he's like, let me keep going. Right, which is really bad. He just needs to get out. Why does he have a rubber ducky on his car? What's going on? Is this guy champ? He is. Fortnite God. No, something. Is this your buddy?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell him his car design is not optimal.
I'll let him know.
Good. Tell him he has to change it. Coach's orders. Nice. Chuckle. Oh no, Fortnite. Here comes Fortnite God. Jeez, that's a pinch. You were asking what a pinch was? Go take half boost. I would go take half boost from him. Wow, wait, why did your teammate whiff that? What? Did he think his rubber ducky would hit it? The rubber ducky made the touch on that one. I'm losing it, man. All right, we're playing back. That's fine. Go get it. You had an opening. Oh, now we don't have an opening. Okay, that turned into 50. That's scary. Bump him. Nice. Go get boost. All right, your teammate. What is your buddy doing? Send him this clip. What's going on, man? Okay, that's kind of a hard bounce. What's going on? I look back and I'm like, oh yeah, go get a demo. This is open net. Sweet, open. And I look back and it's like they're scoring on you guys. Oh, nice. All right, it's in their net. Whoa! Your teammate's a double agent. Were you like... What were you saying to this guy? I swear, he's taking you out. What is going on?
We tell him that he's getting lashed when he does stuff like this. 50 lashings.
Tell him he's on the... I would just tell him this. He's on the chopping block and you're going to host tryouts soon. And if he doesn't get his shit together... There we go. There he's doing something. He's channeling that energy on the other team, not you. All right. Play it forward. Get out of here. No. All right. He's going to get you out. Nice little backflip. It's a good read. Get back. All right. Patience. 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 Whoa. That's a great shot. What's up, Yin Yang? Thanks, Shaz19. Good 50. All right, we can take this half boost. That's fine. Turn left. Nice to slow down. He's going to play it here. Let's wait. Nice little bump from teammate. Okay, teammate staying on. We got to wait back here. Okay, so what we want to do after this play happens, I know this is awkward, like you're kind of going here. We want to be slowing down and we want to be getting back to a position where we're facing forward. Right now, the 50-50 is happening and you're facing your net, which is really slow and awkward because the ball just goes forward and you have to do a complete 360 to get back to the ball. And now you're in like super awkward land. Ideally, we want to be back facing the play. So if the 50-50 is going to happen here, like we want to be back. It's like here, when this happened, I would be getting back and facing like that. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Here you're facing away when the 50 happens. Where you're facing is where you're covering. Right now you're covering this way. 50's happening right here. So if we head it our way, we want to be like right here, facing the play. See that?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I want to be right here facing the play. Somewhere in the mid, facing the play. If you watch your movement back, you'll see why this is confusing. Obviously, you cut in here. Now you're scared. Now we need to be getting back. But we just keep moving this way, and now we're moving all sorts of wrong ways, right? We're not covering anything. We just concede the entire corner to him. Yeah, now you kind of got to wait. Oh, this is awkward. Oh, okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. So what we got to do now is we got to make sure we're close behind the ball. So here, this is a fake challenge most of the time. You're conceding a lot of space. Here, we need to be slowing down and we need to be playing behind the ball. So what we want to do on defense here is we want to be between him, the ball, and the net at all times, okay? But you don't want this distance between the ball and you to get too big. You know why that is?
In case I got a backflip into it.
In case you got to backflip into it, but even more so than that, when this distance between you and the ball gets too big, there's this gap, he can run in front and demo you. Okay? You understand that? So when you increase this gap here, he could literally just drive and bump you right now. He just bump you. And the ball goes mid to his teammate, and then they score for free. And that's eventually what he comes to senses of. Just he could just bump you. See that? And you can't do anything. So you need to make sure you're behind the ball, so that way if he does that, like he can't get around the ball in time. Does that make sense? Like you can't hit the ball and demo you because you're like the ball is blocking him. Is what you need to have happen. So I know it's easier said than done, but that whole play you just conceded way too much space, and then eventually you just gave him a free pass, right? There are a lot of moments we could have jumped, but yeah, you're just way too much space is being conceded here. Nice. This is about optimal. Slow down. This is okay. Here, cut in maybe. maybe cut in. Okay, now we're just giving him way too much. So we gotta, at some point, turn in there. I'm not saying when you turn in, it's always gonna work. But if you go, at least you'll have a chance to save it, as opposed to just driving to your net and just basically rolling over it, right?
Yeah.
Nice beat. Teammate might score. Come on. Come on, man. Get in there. Nice. Rubber ducky. Throwing it forward here isn't, I mean, not, it's not bad, but it's not ideal. But here, this ball is very clearly coming this way. What I like to do here is just get on this side of the ball. And where do you think I want to take this ball?
Back corner.
Back corner to the boost, right? We want to get this boost. But what we can't do as blue, we're defending as blue here, right? The kickoff just happened. What we can't do is just leave this ball and go to net, because that leaves the ball for Fortnite God 547 on the right side of my monitor. Now, what you try to do is you try to throw it over his head. Honestly, I don't think this should work. Like, he should just drive up the wall and go get the ball. Like, this is not an impossible stop, but I think he's quaking in his boots right now, so he just messes up. he lets it go over him. But what we want to be doing there is to stall time. The safest play is to just guide the ball back. So you get on this side of the ball, you hit it back to the corner, and then you go grab that boost. Could you imagine what that would look like?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I mean, if you could throw it over his head, great, but this touch wasn't very convincing to me. I think he just, yeah, I mean, he just doesn't know what he's doing. But nice dunk, and it's just in his net. Oh, maybe, good try. Take his boost. Teammate. Oh, whoa, teammate. Where are we facing? Come on, man. Yeah, you guys are both just way too close. So here, if you can tell your teammate if he's watching this, this flip is suspicious. Tell him to slow down. Stop. Slow down. Get in the middle. You guys, a theme of today is you guys love to assume. You see the ball's going to the right, and something in Something's brain is assuming that the ball's going to go this way. How do I know that? Because he's driving into the corner. Here he goes. Cover the corner. Let's go get him. But what we need to do in Rocket League is not assume, but instead be flexible, be reactive. And the way we do that is we position in the most flexible, highest coverage position on the field. So if the ball's in the center, somewhere in the center, right, facing the play. It's not rocket science. We just want to be back, central, facing the play. But instead we run off to the corner here, which is really perplexing to me. And then both of you guys assume that this ball has to come forward. So you both converge on like this front post. And then obviously information changes and you're both overcommitted. And now, donk. You know what I mean? Like, that's not going to go in. So we need to stay back. We need to just chill, be patient, wait back, let the ball come mid. Here we're doing a ton of assuming, rushing, and now we're under the ball, and there goes all of our pressure, right? It's not a bad idea with the catch. We just, wow, that was not fortunate, but not a bad idea, right? Do you get my idea of, like, you need to just wait back and let them make their touches?
Yeah.
Okay. Because their touches aren't that good, but it's just like you guys are so far pushed up that a bad clear is like kind of a good one. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when you do get the ball here, something that I like to encourage people to do when they're setting up air dribbles, very common in Champ, people are going, everybody's early challenging me. Luke, I can never set up, air dribbles at my rank because they're just monkeys. No, the problem is you're making your first touches in straight lines. So when we get this ball, we want this first touch to either be on an angle this way or on an angle this way. This allows us to dodge the bump. We don't want this first touch to be in a direct straight line because that invites him to challenge. That's the fastest way to go to him. And ideally, this is a chip up. But the idea is you don't want the first touch to be in a straight line because then if they jump and early challenge you, they either bump you or they get the ball. A good example of this is like, let me show you realistic air dribbles really quick. Like when I get this ball on a rolling setup, for example. Here. What most of you guys do is there's a guy in the middle, so you do a straight line air dribble, you jump up, and then you get bumped off the ball, and you're like, why did I get bumped? No, what we want to do is we want to make this touch on an angle. So like maybe you make it off to here, and then you take it around one and back to the second. Or maybe you make this touch even, you know, more at this right post, and then you get a touch like that kind of looks like that. Now, I'm not beautiful with my mechs right now. I'm standing and not warmed up. But the idea is you can make this first touch on a slight angle. You can create a lot better. This is making sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay. Very simple fix to make your dribbles better. When you have an early challenger. If nobody's early challenging, you just hit it in a straight line. Hopefully that goes without saying, but we want that first touch to be away from the opponent. Oh, this is almond, sorry. All right, we're going back to your replay, PD. Here we are. Let's skip ahead. We got a 5-minute warning. Let's get to the end of the game here. Figure out what happened. All right, so how did we get scored on? Okay, so this is that overcommit we had. We got a bad 50. Here we're grabbing boost. We should be able to grab boost. Whoa, I don't like this turning up field. I didn't know where they were going here because our ball cam was a little disorienting. But here, the logical move is to grab this boost and turn in. To me. Because the play is to our left, so we want to be facing the play by default. We don't want to be facing away from the play the majority of this turn, right? A little fix if the ball were to come mid. Now it goes out to the left, and once again, we're just assuming. We're assuming everything. Like, the ball's moving to the left, so you're like, oh, okay, it must go off to the left. I'm going to go cover the left corner. No, play flexible. Get in the middle, because a million things can happen between them. And obviously, this is a near post bounce, but, like, I want your default PD to be, I get to the midfield when we're attacking. Get to the midfield. Even if you think the ball is going to go to the left, I want you here. Get to the mid. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
You're going to be way more flexible from the mid than guarding the corners like this. Okay, and then your teammate might go here. Okay, you're going to grab boost. Plenty time. Okay, we do have to go, though, at some point. He's kind of in your blind spot, but here I want you like probably driving up the wall. If you can't see him driving up the wall, then we want to be driving forward here and making some sort of touch when it goes down the wall. Okay, they'd be under. Oh, we don't want to turn under the ball like this. This is really awkward. In general, I don't recommend you turn this way. Like, after my teammate makes a touch this way, I think it's logical that he's going to follow to the left, right? So I like to turn right and get behind the ball. By turning under the ball here, you invite him to dunk it over you. Right, because you can't see anything while you're doing that whole turn. It's like a very weak position to be in. Near side, near corner, under the ball. I don't know if that makes sense, but like in general, I don't like turning that way when I'm on defense. So here you're guarding the net.
That makes sense.
When it goes here, great, get this way, or even move out. I don't know what their guy's doing. Like here, he should be grabbing half boost and then hitting this over you. Maybe he just wasn't supporting properly. I don't know. He's like playing so passive right now. What is this? Also, my camera is like in the dirt. I don't know what's going on. This is not the best showing from our young Dominus player here. This was fine. And now he should be flipping up and left. Right. Up there. Yeah, he's just way too, he's way too passive. Kind of faked you though. Oh. Rubber duck, you didn't get that one. Feels a bad man. What happened here? I just shit flipped, I think. Yeah, but you were near side, and then yeah, I guess you both shit flipped. You both did the same thing. It's all right. Looking like me out there. It happens. Look, we're coming up on time here, so I'm gonna get back to your vault here, PD. Main things are assuming. So when you're attacking, play central. We want to be in the middle, facing the opponent's net, safe distance back, that way we can follow up any attack. What you often do is you pick a corner, the ball's moving that way, and you run to that corner. And then you kind of are, have to double back a lot. So that's one thing. Another thing is you often like to push up really close to your teammate on offense, and then they get these kind of like weak clears that just go right over your head. And so in general, I want you positioned further back, facing the play. So behind the play from a reasonable distance, And, you know, obviously your distance depends on the speed of the play. So, you know, faster play, more distance, because it could get cleared on you faster. But if it's a slow play, you can be a little closer. But in general, we want to be behind the ball, facing forward at our opponent's net. We don't want to be on the edges of the field facing the corners, which is often what is happening in your gameplay. Some easy fixes. Obviously, we'll get you this replay in the next 72 hours. And if you have any questions, let us know.
All right, sounds good. Appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you for the replay. I will send this to you now. Pathius. There we go. All right, I'm going to go get a quick snack. I will be right back, y'all. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Let me go get a snack. Got one more replay. Pathius, aka PD, 1077 MMR, champ 1. Just looked at.